My name is Rochelle Gamlin, and I'm a travel blogger at Adventures Around Asia, and I also run an online course called Teach Abroad Squad that helps people be successful teaching abroad in China. Now, I've been traveling and living abroad since 2012, and I'm kind of embarrassed to say that until recently, I had no idea how to do travel hacking. I'd never used points and miles to book a flight. The only thing that I knew how to do was find cheap flights on Skyscanner, and that was about it. I knew I was leaving money on the table. I'd looked into travel hacking before. I'd tried to read books and articles, and I always just ended up either confused or bored or frustrated or falling asleep. And, I knew that it probably wasn't a great financial decision for me to not really understand travel hacking, not get great deals or free travel for flights and hotels. But it was just something that I'd never really gotten around to. That was until I saw Global Career University's Travel Hacking Masterclass. Now, I knew right away that this would probably be a better fit for me because I learn much better when it comes to online courses than just reading a book or an article. I like to be able to see Mike's screen when he's going through how exactly to research these credit cards or use your points. Like, I want to be able to actually see it in front of me. And, actually sitting down for a real course where they take you through the entire process step by step, that's what I needed. I couldn't just piece together different articles or, books written 5 years ago and try to figure out how to make it work, especially when I just felt so intimidated and confused and overwhelmed. What I really wanted is somebody to just take me through the entire process step by step. So I did have a few hesitations when it came time to sign up for the masterclass. I was a little bit worried that it wouldn't be for me, that I would get there and I would just be really confused and intimidated, and that I would realize that travel hacking just wasn't my thing and that I wouldn't end up using anything that I learned in the course. I was also a little bit worried that I didn't travel enough to make travel hacking worth it for me. Because I'm more of an expat and I'm not constantly traveling, I'm not a business traveler, I'm not, changing countries every month or two. I thought, well, maybe this won't be as much of a benefit for me as it might be for other people. But I decided to sign up anyway, and I am so glad I did. I think it was module 2 where I really realized, wow, I made the right decision signing up for this course, mainly because not only was I intimidated by travel hacking in general, I was also intimidated by credit and credit cards. So just those first few modules getting me to understand how credit works and that having a couple credit cards is not a bad thing. And, it was really empowering, not only to feel like, I could actually be one of those people that could travel hack and have points and miles and book flights with those things, but that I understood how my credit score worked. I went from being really intimidated by the entire concept to pretty much knowing exactly what credit card I want to open and, how much I need to spend in order to get those bonus miles. And my goal is actually to get my husband and I from Europe to the US either for free or by spending a very little amount of money next summer. So I really went from being super intimidated, leaving money on the table for years and years and years because I just couldn't make the time, to, investing a bit now to eventually, very soon, have a lot of free travel. And I honestly cannot believe I didn't do this sooner, that I didn't force myself to learn this sooner. But I think that's something to be said for having a really good online course that makes you feel comfortable. If you're one of those people, you've never used points and miles before, this is going to be perfect for you, right? Like if you've tried to read those articles and you just can't wrap your head around it, and you buy a book and it turns out it's from 4 years ago and none of the good credit cards that they recommend are actually the best cards anymore. I mean, it's such a hassle and such a mess to try and learn and piece together all of this travel hacking information on your on your own. So if that is something that just does not sound desirable to you, I definitely highly suggest signing up for Global Career University's Travel Hacking Masterclass. It completely changed not only my view on, travel hacking and getting free travel and great deals on, flights and hotels. It's also made me so much more confident in my finances, in my credit, and that was something that I really didn't expect, but I'm so glad that I learned from this course. So highly recommend it, and I hope to see you in the Travel Hacking Masterclass.